Okay, everybody. This video is in regards to proper form on a squat and some of the mistakes that might be happening while you're doing it. One of the things I want to talk about is making sure that you are breathing properly and getting tension in all the right spots. Okay, when you're breathing with your squat, if you're just doing a body weight squat, you can exhale as you sit down into it, inhale as you come back up. That anatomically, that's kind of how you're put together for breathing into a squat. But when you start adding load into things, that changes everything. So you have to account for that with your breathing. The way that you're going to want to breathe with a squat under load, get your belt, get into the right spot here. You're going to take a deep breath up at the top. Once you breathe in, pack your midsection in around that breath. And what I mean by that, brace. Compress everything in tight through here. Squeeze your abdomen in. Try to pull your belly button back towards your spine. Take your pelvic floor, pull it up towards your ribs. Get everything tight. Like you're bracing, like somebody's about to punch you in the belly and you're tightening up for it, okay? So get your belly up, take a deep breath. Hold that breath in as you sit down. Exhale as you come back up. The other thing I want to talk about with the squat is as you're coming up out of it, you're here, drive through your heels, get all the way up. The squat is much more quad dominant, we'll say, than your swing is. Swing tends to focus more on the glutes and hamstrings, whereas the squat is going to be more of the quads and the glutes. Hamstrings are going to definitely play a role in there, but when you're coming out of there, as you come up to the top, tension here, tension here. So squeeze your butt as hard as you possibly can. I want you to squeeze your butt so hard that you couldn't slide a credit card through there. I know that sounds kind of funny, but you get what I'm talking about when I say that. So you're here, deep breath, sit down into it, up at the top, grip hard with your quads, those thigh muscles, and clench your butt hard. Deep breath. The last thing with the squat I want to talk about is really kind of how to squat. With a hip hinge or with a swing, we drive our hips back, really stick your butt back there. With a squat, you almost want to think about dropping your hips down between your legs as opposed to trying to stay on top of your legs and squat. The best way that I know to approach that is when you're squatting, you're here, feet are set up about hip width, toes turned out. You'll have to play with your stance, how wide or how narrow you go. Everybody's pelvis is shaped a little bit differently, so your perfect squat stance is going to be right for you, may not necessarily be right for me, somebody else. So you got to play with it and find that place in your squat stance that allows your hips to release. One caveat though, it's probably narrower, closer together than you might think. So you're here, you're going to drop your butt straight down towards the floor, and you see how I'm driving my knees apart to the point where I can slide my elbows right inside of my knees, drive through the heels back up. So again here, sit down into the squat, chest is up, back's flat, my elbows are down inside of my knees, push through those heels and come back up. Now, not everybody may have the mobility to get that deep into the squat. That's okay. You go as deep as you can without causing any irritation or pain, but just understand that that's the end point you are looking for. If you were to follow your squat all the way to its end, that's where you would want to end up. If your ankles are tight, if your hips are tight, if your knees are tight, and you can't get that deep, that's okay. You do what you can without any pain. But that's the direction you'd be headed. If you guys have any questions about this, when I post it, feel free to throw some comments into the comment section and fire away. Thanks.